Hey guys, Alex back again. Another vinyl inbox. Why not? I'm filming this while the sun's going down, but if I don't have the light on, it's really dark, so I have to apologize. But quite a mixture of stuff here, including a whole bunch of sevens that I picked up. So I'll go through those first. And then I'll go through the album, the 12-inch singles and the albums. So I'll just breeze through the sevens because I don't know how many people are interested in them. But again, there's a mixture of genres in here. Fat Larry's band with Zoom, which is backed with House Party. Frank Sinatra, My Way, backed with Blue Lace. You're the Inspiration by Chicago, which is backed with Once in a Lifetime. Easy Lover by Philip Bailey, one of my favourite tracks. Unfortunately, it's so crackly. I might have to get an upgrade of this, but Woman is on the flip side. Angel Eyes by ABBA, which is backed with Voulez-Vous. Whoops. Almost dropped it. To cut a long story short, by Spandau Ballet, backed with Reformation. Wonderland by the Commodores, backed with Lovin' You. Nancy Sinatra, we had Frank, now we got Nancy. These Boots Are Made for Walking, and then that's backed with The City Never Sleeps at Night. September by Earth, Wind and Fire, backed with Can't Hide the Love. And finally, another ABBA single, we have Super Trooper, backed with The Piper. So there's just a few of the 7-inch singles I picked up recently. So now let's go over the 12-inch singles and the albums. Starting off with a 12-inch single from Steve Winwood. This is Valerie. It also has Talking Back to the Night, but the instrumental version, and then the flip side has The Finer Things. Do like a bit of Steve Winwood's solo work, so had to grab this, of course, on the Island label. So there is that, Steve Winwood. Don't judge me for this next one, please. This is just nostalgia, because I loved this track when it came out. I probably still love it today. One of the only tracks from this sort of time period that I enjoy, but that is Crazy in Love by Beyonce. I mean, it's featuring Jay-Z, so I guess that's kind of why I like it so much, but I do like quite a bit of Beyonce's work, to be honest. So, a bit of a guilty pleasure, a bit of a nostalgia, but I had to grab that. 2003 is the year on this. Pretty decent, actually. A custom Columbia label as well, that's quite nice. Had to grab it, never really seen it on vinyl before. Never seen any Beyonce from this time period on vinyl, so nice to grab that. Really good pick up there. Next one is Bill Summers and Summer's Heat, Straight to the Bank. It's the same song on both sides, but it's a really good track actually. It's on Prestige, which I don't know if that means anything to some people, but fantastic track, love it. Check it out if you don't know it. Really good disco funk, I guess. And the next one is actually a 12-inch single from Metallica. Don't really see them that often. As you can see, it is from the Black Album. 1990 is the year. Has Nothing Else Matters. And then it's backed with live versions of Enter Sandman, Harvester of Sorrow, and then also has a demo version of Nothing Else Matters on the flip side as well. So really cool to find that. Don't really see it that often, so kind of had to pick it up, you know. And of course, unfortunately, the cover has fallen apart, but it doesn't matter. It's on the Vertigo Swirl label, which I believe is my second Vertigo Swirl. First, of course, being Master of Reality, but anyway, I'm digressing. I'm talking about stuff that's not relevant to the video, but yeah, Vertigo Swirl, really, really good stuff. So yeah, 12-inch single for Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. Had to grab it. Okay, on to the albums. Now, if you have seen the banner on my YouTube channel, you will probably recognize one of these albums, and or this album at least, and that is Mary Jane Girls with their self-titled album. Disco, soul, it's good. It is really good. And all the songs on this album are written, arranged and produced by Rick James. Of course, everyone should know Rick James if you're into this particular genre. So of course you can hear the Rick James influence in this album. The song All Night Long is a really good track, as is Candyman. So had to pick it up. Really good stuff, and yeah, just a great pickup all round. Came with its original inner sleeve with lyrics, and it's on the Gaudy label. Don't know. Yeah, really good. And of course, if you look on the inner sleeve, you can see Rick James just there as well. So had to grab that. Yeah, and this is an American import as well. So nice little bit of additional information there for you. Next up is Beginnings by Allman Brothers Band. I took a gamble on this. I don't know too much about Allman Brothers Band, to be honest. But this is just a compilation of their first two studio albums. I thought it was a live album at first by the cover, but it's not. It's just a collection of their first two albums on Atco. So yeah, great stuff there. This is a 70s album, I believe, or at least the compilations from the 70s. I don't remember exactly what year, but if you are returning to my channel, you'll see the year when I show the album anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, Beginnings by Allman Brothers Band. Can't wait to really give this a proper listen and let you guys know in future what I think of this. Next album up is an 80s album, one I picked up on cassette not too long ago. I did show it in a video actually, but this is Suzanne Vega with Solitude Standing. Of course, the album with Tom's Diner on it. Good stuff actually. Haven't given the album a full listen yet, but from what I've already heard, I do quite enjoy this, so can't wait to give it a full intent listen. Original inner, from what I'm guessing. I would think so. On the A&M label, you're going to see this label quite a bit pop up anyway, so I won't be showing too much stuff on that label, but because you will see more stuff on that label in just a second. But first, let's get to an album that has actually been on my wants list for quite some time, and that is Cat Stevens' Teeth of the Tillerman. I was hoping to get this album on the Solid Pink label, but they go for Fortune, so I figured I would just grab one when it comes through. And my god, it did. Just a boring old Island Records thing there on the Pink Rim Island label. Of course, this album has Father and Son on it, which is the song that introduced me to Cat Stevens and the rest of his work, so yeah, cannot wait to give the rest of the album a full listen. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, did I? I haven't listened to all of these yet. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, going back to the A&M thing, there are 3 albums here, all on the label, all by the same band, because this band I've had an obsession with recently, if you are not aware from my videos. I'm going to try and show this cover without being too graphic, I should assume, but there it is. Anyway, yeah, indelibly stamped. Sorry if I get flagged from YouTube for that one. Tigers there. Inner sleeve. This is Supertramp. I have had an obsession with them recently. I think I went a bit mad. I think this is an 80s reissue of this album though, because the vinyl is like super flimsy and it's just not good, but it's a nice mint copy of the vinyl. It's just a shame that the vinyl is just so flimsy, so from that I'm guessing it's an 80s reissue, but doesn't matter either way. I also picked up Crime of the Century. Kind of like concept albums, still trying to discover them a bit more, but yeah, Crime of the Century, another great album, one of their best albums. Really good stuff on this. Came with this insert, which I believe does have lyrics. So yeah, great stuff. Cannot wait to again give this album a full listen. And of course, what Supertramp collection is complete without Breakfast in America? The album everyone tends to start with because it's their most popular. The logical song and of course the title track Breakfast in America are the 2 really big tracks off of this album. And it's a shame really, because this band should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by now. If I had to nominate one, it would be Supertramp probably, just from loving their stuff as of late. And yeah, it's a fantastic original press of, I think it's original press, I don't quite remember, but Supertramp's Breakfast in America. So that's going to be it for Supertramp. Let's move on to everything else. This one, I don't get out to the town too often, but I was in town recently and I went to the charity shops and there really wasn't too much there. I mean, there was good stuff, but it was all in really bad shape, so I couldn't get most of it. But this album I picked up because it was mint, and I've never seen this album before. It's George Benson's Twice the Love. I haven't shown any George Benson on my channel yet, I don't think. This is quite a later George Benson album, and with him touring again, I have figured I might as well pick it up. There we go, original inner on Warner Brothers, because it's standard label. Nothing too exciting there, just the white Warner Brothers label. So yeah, George Benson, Twice the Love. Didn't know too much about this album. Can't wait to give it a full listen again. Next album up is Foreigner's debut, Foreigner. Of course, has Cold as Ice and Long Long Way from Home on this album. Do like Foreigner quite a bit. Needed to get some more in my collection, so I picked this album up. Does have the original inner sleeve with it, and of course this is on Atlantic. You guys all know that label, so had to pick that up because the price was right. Next album, don't worry guys, there's not too many more to get through, but this is One Step Closer by the Doobie Brothers with the embossed lettering here. German press of this album, decent stuff. Not my favourite Doobie Brothers album, but I do quite enjoy some of their stuff quite a bit. There is the original inner. Of course you have Patrick Simmons on here, whatever, however you say his name. Michael McDonald, John McPhee, Keith Knudsen. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, there's the another Warner Brothers label with the like the lines going across the label instead of just. It's hard to describe it, but yeah, another Warner Brothers label. Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer. Still a great album, just not my favourite by Doobie Brothers. Next up is a metal album. I know I don't normally pick up too many metal albums, but this is Saints and Sinners by Whitesnake. Had to get it just for the song Here I Go Again. This album version is different to the version everyone knows, and I think it's only the American pressing of their self-titled album that has the version everyone knows on it. So yeah, but still good stuff. Okay, now I'm rushing through because I want to get this video finished. I don't want this video to be too long. Another album I've been hunting for quite some time. This is Teddy Pendergrass with his album TP. Of course, has the hit song Love TKO on it. Fantastic, fantastic song. Original inner with lyrics. Good stuff. And is on the Philadelphia International Records label. If you guys can see that. Yeah, great album. Really enjoy this. Teddy has a really good voice, actually. I do like his work quite a bit, so when I saw this album I really had to pick it up. Especially as this is the Teddy album that's like super crazy. Is he good? So I can't even get it back in the thing. Yeah, isn't that brilliant? There we go. Record collector problems, getting your records back in the friggin' sleeves. But there we go, Teddy Pendergrass with TP. And finally, if I could speak English, it'd be great. Finally, we have the brand new album from the Arctic Monkeys. This is Tranquility Base and Hotel. There has been a lot of negative reviews on this album. It is not a terrible album, it's just not their best work. It comes with a booklet with all the lyrics and credits and stuff like that. Yeah. Not a bad album, just not great. It doesn't sound like an Arctic Monkeys album. It sounds more like a Last Shadow Puppets album, which is Alex Turner, his other band. He's the lead singer. That's his other band. It sounds a bit more like that. So you kind of have to be a fan of them to get this album and see the direction of it. Hopefully it's not a new direction for the Arctic Monkeys, but it's still a good album either way. On clear vinyl, there's actually 4 different versions of this album. There's a black one, a clear one, which is the one I got, a silver one, and a gold one, which the gold one I think is the most limited, the hardest to find. And yeah, anyway, there it is, Tranquility Base, Hotel and Casino by Arctic Monkeys. Good album. I just hope this isn't the start of a new sound for Arctic Monkeys. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Alex. This is the type of stuff I tend to listen to, and a lot more than that as well. So stay tuned for more videos, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon.